is control. But all of you believe control means domination, like a marionette doll being pulled by the strings. Control means trust, fear, and belief in equal parts. Look what I have accomplished. Look what we have accomplished. My men trust me. My enemies fear me. And now, every single person watching GAW believes the age of Alpha has come.
Folks, we join this match as it begins because we have an absolutely packed show for you. We don't want to waste any time. Young Bucks taking on War Machine here. This is part of the Young Bucks journey, quest, challenge, whatever you want to call it, to eventually take on the Lucha Brothers and avenge many fallen friends. Kenny Omega among them. Rowe in a dragon suplex position, and Matt Jackson able to power out of it in a judo toss. The Young Bucks coming off a win last episode, although a win that was gotten in dubious circumstances after Matt Riddle turned on Keith Lee, apparently to join Alpha, as we've now learned. Nevertheless, the Young Bucks will continue their quest to take the tag team championships back from the Lucha Brothers. The Young Bucks are 3 times GAW tag team champions. This is just the opening match of an unbelievable show that we have for you. The GAW Classic continues, including Buddy Murphy taking on Kofi Kingston. That's going to be a fantastic match. We will see newly minted United States champion Kacy Catanzaro for the first time since she won that belt at Storm Tokyo. And we will see the world champion Pac. War Machine coming in. Spear from Matt Jackson. Jackson hits the spear, goes for the cover, and Rowe is able to kick out. Hansen was there to help if needed, but he wasn't. Waistlock, elbows from Matt. Rowe now showing off his striking power, MMA trained. He is an absolute brawler, and he levels Matt Jackson with the chop. Drags him over into his corner and tags in Hansen for the first time. If you didn't watch last episode of Wednesday Night Storm, go check that out. We saw Hansen go up against Will Ospreay with the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Hansen went down, but no shame there. That's Ospreay's 5th defense. He is off tonight. Matt Jackson up, Meltzer driver. They use so many moves to effect, and that one doesn't quite get the job done. Hansen looked awfully good in his match against Ospreay. No shame in losing to the aerial assassin. Young Bucks will set things up once again. Nick Jackson from the top rope with the Meltzer driver. Twice in a row. Is it going to work? The second time, Nick Jackson intercepts Rowe, and Hansen kicks out. Rowe forced to roll out after Nick Jackson attacked him getting out. Super kick ducked under by Hansen and answers with the lariat. Hansen at a disadvantage here with no partner. Tosses Matt Jackson out of the ring. Smart maneuvering here from Hansen, who has spent a great deal of time in the ring over the last month or two. He competed twice at Winterfest because of the GAW Christmas party, and then of course went up against Will Ospreay, as I said last episode. And now Hansen drops Matt Jackson with the leg lariat. That's a big leg from Hansen to get to the face. Matt Jackson spears him again. Deep arm drag from Hansen, and now Hansen using his strength. Cuts Matt Jackson down. Matt back into War Machine territory, where Rowe is back on the apron. Matt Jackson able to fight out of it, and Hansen could be in trouble once again. Avoids whatever double team move that would have been. Leg lariat, missed. Matt Jackson missed with the uppercut. Hansen able to get a tag in to Rowe, which is good. You got to feel like Hansen may be feeling some fatigue right now. Matt Jackson hoists Rowe up, and Matt Jackson spikes him with the package pile driver. Little bit of a nod to Pentagon Jr., who uses the package pile driver to great effect from the Lucha Brothers. A spear to Rowe. It is all Young Bucks over the last couple minutes. Jackson goes for the lariat. Drop toe hold into the middle. And Rowe guillotines him against the ropes. Could that be what he needs? Running knee strike from Rowe, and both men are down. What a vicious knee strike from Rowe. Now making his way to his feet, but he wasn't able to capitalize on that vicious running knee strike. Rowe now sends Matt Jackson over the top with the lariat. Jackson makes his way to his feet. Rowe, tope suicida. I agree with the fans. This has been an awesome match so far. And it's just another one of the fantastic matches that we will see tonight. Like I said, GAW Classic continues. Drew McIntyre takes on Cody Rhodes. Buddy Murphy takes on Kofi Kingston. We will see Kacy Catanzaro for the first time since she won the United States Championship, became the second ever U.S. champion. And we will see the world champion Pac in action for the first time since Tokyo, when he used Alpha influence to beat Kazuchika Okada, who we can confirm Okada is still in Tokyo, Japan, nursing a cracked vertebra that he received in that match when Pac dropped him on the leg of a chair. Matt Jackson dives to make the tag. Nick Jackson in, corkscrew uppercut connects, but he only gets the one. Rowe able to take advantage. Nick Jackson could be in trouble here. Off the ropes. Rowe tosses him up. Viking experience. Hansen hooks the leg. Nick Jackson in trouble. Jackson kicks out at 2. That doesn't feel good to have a 300-pound man land on your sternum like that. Knee into the corner, countered. Elbow up from Hansen. Jackson goes for the gun stun. Pushed away. Hansen has him up in a powerbomb position. Jackson, sunset flip, rolls over. Jackson has the shoulders pinned. Hansen rolls him back up, sitting down on the shoulders. Jackson reverses it. Another pinning predicament, and Hansen kicks out. Both men thought they had it won. Super kick countered into the leg lariat. I don't know if Hansen saw the super kick coming or if he was just planning on doing that move and he didn't care. Either way, it worked. Nick Jackson seems completely dead to rights, but he's able to get out of the dragon suplex position, the full Nelson. Sends Rowe back into the corner where Matt Jackson is now waiting. You got to feel like Nick's got to go for a tag right here, but instead, Nick turns his attention to Rowe, leg drop guillotine. Rowe could be in trouble once again in the corner, able to fight out of it. Hansen has already taken 2 Meltzer drivers from that exact position. Rowe using the ground and pound. You can see both members of the Young Bucks absolutely gassed here. War Machine trying to push the momentum now. Nick Jackson, standing sliced bread. Monkey grip around the legs, deep hook. Hansen just able to kick out, but Matt drops Rowe with the DDT. Sliced bread, no good. Nick Jackson, springboard, 450, no one's home. Able to take down Hansen with a few well-timed strikes there. Smart right hands from Jackson. 10 minutes gone in this match. This has been tremendous. Leg lariat, sidestepped by Jackson. Now Nick, vertical suplex, well done. You gotta feel like whoever wins this match is in prime position to challenge the Lucha Brothers for their new tag team titles. The Lucha Brothers do not have any defenses scheduled right now. Hansen turns Nick over onto his back. Hansen goes up top, a 300-pound man doing a moonsault. Nick Jackson gets the knees up. I think that would have been curtains right there for Nick Jackson. Gun stun from Nick, and now may try the springboard 450 again. He does, but Hansen rolls into his own corner, eats the lariat from Nick. Nick Jackson, springboard moonsault. Chris Jericho used to call it the lion salt. And now Nick, once again, springboard 450, third time's the charm. Puts all his weight onto Hansen. Now Nick Jackson goes for the pin. Legs are on the middle rope. Hansen able to power out. The Young Bucks will do anything they can to win. They want the Lucha Brothers, and they want to finally destroy Alpha. Big Superman style punch from Rowe, and now drops Nick with the flying knee strike. Rowe at a disadvantage here, but certainly using his strength and striking power effectively. Fighting off what is essentially a 2-on-1 scenario with Hansen on the outside. Rowe picks Nick up. Nick able to get out of it, shoves him away, and a lariat over the top. Both members of War Machine are down on the outside. Rowe sends Nick back in. Nick up off his feet and eats a big right hand. Blocks the strike. Open hand palm strike to the face. Nick Jackson now has Rowe up, and a package pile driver from Nick. Just like Matt, they're sending a message to Pentagon Jr. and the Lucha Brothers. Nick Jackson springboard 450. Bit of an awkward landing there from Nick. He got stood up by Rowe. And Hansen has made his way back onto the apron. Both teams at full strength here. Rowe. Wow, what a move. Off the full Nelson, kick to the back, leg hooked. Matt Jackson is there to break things up. Jackson ducks the lariat from Hansen, and now Jackson and Hansen going back and forth, all four men in the ring. Standing slice spread from Nick. Nick, monkey grip around the legs. Rowe in trouble, and Hansen breaks things up. Who is the legal man right now? Nick Jackson from up top with the elbow drop. I believe the legal men are Rowe and Nick Jackson currently. Nick, springboard 450. Landed one on Hansen, didn't get the job done, and he's not even gonna go for the pin on Rowe. Rowe. I gotta question the strategy of Nick Jackson to not at least try to go for the pin in that scenario. I know Hansen is here. Spear is countered into a knee from Rowe. I know Hansen's there on the apron. He'll probably break things up, but you still want to give yourself the opportunity. Big knee to the gut in the corner, and now a few stomps from Matt. The athleticism from the Young Bucks on full display in this match. Always a pleasure to watch. Matt setting up maybe for a springboard scenario here, but Rowe does the very smart thing, crawls back towards his own corner, and he's able to get the tag in. Matt allowed it to happen. Hansen comes out with the lariat. Matt ducks him. Matt, spear onto Hansen. Maybe he did the right thing allowing him to go for that tag. Rowe forced to roll out. Hansen with a back body drop, and now it's Hansen's turn to prove that Matt was wrong off the top rope, and Hansen decides better of it. Circling Matt Jackson is the 300-pounder from War Machine. A 300-pounder who can do moonsaults, by the way. Leg lariat sidestepped by Matt. Into the corner, and Hansen fights out. Hansen now showcasing his strength and power. That'll put a mark on the chest. Couple big knees from Hansen, leg hooked of Matt Jackson, and Matt kicks out. Rowe has made his way back to the apron. What a terrific match we are witnessing. This is really something. Hansen tosses Matt over the top rope, and now will once again use his strength to drive Matt face first into the mat. Leg lariat, that one connects. Drops Matt to his back, drops Hansen to his knee. Hansen tried to parlay that into a bigger move, but Matt wisely caught the boot. You gotta work real hard to outsmart the Young Bucks. Hansen has Matt up, suplex into the knee. That's what Hansen needed to get himself another tag. Rowe into the match now for War Machine. Irish whip off the rope. Rowe looking for a belly-to-belly suplex. Lariat countered into a drop toe hold. And Rowe grinding the pace down a little bit, choking Matt against that middle rope. Matt Jackson up out of it and stands up Rowe with a DDT. Matt now tags in brother Nick. We got frequent tags from both teams going here. Not sure what the strategy is here from Nick Jackson. Allowing Rowe to maybe to his feet. Instead pushes him down. And Jackson, again a standing sliced bread from Jackson. Monkey grip around the legs. Deep hook. Rowe kicks out. He's used that several times today, and each time it has gotten him a 2.5. But in wrestling, you need the 3. We haven't seen it yet from either team, even though we're 18 minutes into this match. Into the corner goes Rowe and fights out with a headbutt. Jackson trying to keep him there in the corner, and he does. Jackson, couple big strikes from the Young Bucks, Enziguri, and a stomp. Fans are going nuts for the Young Bucks. What a combination of offense this late in the match. Super kick ducked and countered into a forearm. We got 90 seconds left in this incredible contest. Jackson off the ropes and a springboard or a corkscrew uppercut. Looking for the rolling forearm, countered, and a massive punch. Busts Matt Jackson open above the nose. That may have broken his nose right there. Rowe has the full Nelson in, but Matt Jackson able to power out of it. Nice judo throw. We are under a minute left in this incredible tag match. Spear from Matt Jackson. But he's not going to leave it there. I thought maybe he was going for a pin, and a beautiful super kick. Oh my goodness. Matt lines it up again, super kick, it's ducked by Rowe. No go on the big super kicks from the Young Bucks so far. 20 seconds left. Tosses him up, Matt Jackson in trouble. Springboard, lariat, and a German suplex combination. 10 seconds left. Does Hansen have enough time? Does he have enough time? Up for the Samoan death drop. Matt Jackson counters it, and we have a draw. The Young Bucks and War Machine draw in an incredible tag match. Where does this leave the tag team division? We'll have to find out going forward. The GAW Classic continues in our next match. Drew McIntyre making his entrance, the terrifying Scottish psychopath, coming in to the GAW Classic 1-0 right now after a big win over Ricochet. So McIntyre looking to join Aleister Black at 2-0. And oh, by the way, those two men will fight in the final match of the GAW Classic group stage. That'll be on the final Wednesday Night Storm before Tidal Wave. So a lot on the line for Drew McIntyre, and I believe he sees in his mind's eye that opportunity to fight for the GAW Classic title and then for his first World Championship. Cody Rhodes coming in, meanwhile, he went through an absolute battle against Aleister Black in his first GAW Classic match. Black came out on top, but Cody Rhodes certainly is the man that has impressed a whole lot of people, including myself, with his previous performances. Bit unlucky that he's run into some tremendous competitors, Aleister Black and Kazuchika Okada among them. But Cody Rhodes has proven that he is as good in the ring as anyone else here, and he has an opportunity to get himself back on track, go 1-1 against the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre. McIntyre comes out strong with the lariat. Cody able to duck it. Both guys, you feel like, have got to be caught. Oh, well, look at the strength from Cody. Tosses McIntyre over the top rope with the power bomb. The strength to get McIntyre from the fireman's carry into the power bomb position. Rhodes certainly showcasing it, going for the power bomb again. This time he's tossed aside with the back body drop by the Scottish psychopath. McIntyre's strength on full display here. Oh, the chop. That'll make the chest red. Well, it seems like a lot of this match so far has taken place on the outside. Cody with the super kick. Referee's count reaches 10, and now we go back into the ring. Brawl on the outside to start the match, and you feel like Cody got the better of that exchange. Cody now just trying to push a little bit of momentum here, has Drew McIntyre stunned against the top rope. Cody, beautiful disaster. Blade is up, and the blade will distract the referee and stop him from making the count. Cody won't let it phase him, goes immediately back into the offense, and look at this. Look at this. The surfboard onto McIntyre. McIntyre over into the cover. Rhodes kicks out. McIntyre lining up a big strike. Rhodes kick to the boot, and a Glasgow kiss from McIntyre. Glasgow kiss, and now McIntyre goes into the ground and pound. Softening up the head and neck area of Cody, I would think inevitably for a Claymore. McIntyre has Cody up and drops him onto his arm. The pain of that particular move. Gonna make it very hard to concentrate. McIntyre out of the corner, Claymore. busts Cody's head open. I think it broke his nose, and McIntyre gets the win. Just like he did against Ricochet, Drew McIntyre with a hellacious Claymore. And he picks up the victory. What a win, what a performance from the Scottish psychopath. Drew McIntyre advances to 2-0. He and Aleister Black remain atop the group leaderboard. 2-0 for each of them. The winner of their match will decide who is headed to Tidal Wave to fight for the GAW Classic crown, and it's happening the show before Tidal Wave. This is going to be an incredible group, an incredible match to watch the end of. But we are not even done for the night. Kacy Catanzaro defending her U.S. title for the first time since she won it from Ronda Rousey. That match is next. Couple terrific matches so far in this episode of Wednesday Night Storm, and I believe that we are probably in for another. Team Kick making their entrance, Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox. Nox will be the one to go up against Kacy Catanzaro for the United States Championship. If you remember all the way back to very early in Catanzaro's GAW career, after she got called up from the academy, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler were taking it to her and were planning maybe on cutting her career short in the middle of the ring. But it was Team Kick who made the save for Kacy Catanzaro and eventually set the stage for Catanzaro to become the second ever United States champion. Catanzaro will repay it in kind, this time against Tegan Nox. And here is the new United States champion making her entrance for the first time since Storm Tokyo, when she won that belt in a brutal cage match over Ronda Rousey. Catanzaro proved herself to be maybe the best athlete in GAW and certainly one of the smartest, as she essentially tricked Ronda Rousey into a steel cage match where escape was legal. Rousey had to worry about the escape, and she didn't see the standing corkscrew moonsault coming. Kacy Catanzaro became U.S. champion, and now she will have her first defense. So you might be asking, why is this match happening? And we already told you about Kacy Catanzaro's history with Team Kick and how they really helped her out in the early going against Ronda Rousey. And she made it official with this tweet that she sent earlier, saying, quote, "Been in the training room since Tokyo. Thank you all so much for your love. Just want to make public my intentions for the U.S. title. Team Kick has helped me so much, so they both get a shot before Tidal Wave. See you soon." Tegan Nox will be the first. Dakota Kai will come next episode. Kacy Catanzaro, look at this deep stack and the bridge. 2 count, and Nox kicks out. No time limit on this match, of course. Lots of time for Kacy Catanzaro to heal after a brutal match against Ronda Rousey. Elbows up from Tegan Nox. Nox, of course, coming in with that shiniest wizard. One of the most dangerous maneuvers that we've seen from the women in GAW. Kacy Catanzaro, of course, maybe the best athlete in the company right now. Certainly pound for pound seems to be that. Cover and a kick out from Tegan Nox. This is Catanzaro's first title defense here. So, of course, trying to get things started with a win. This is a respectful rivalry. These two have been training together ever since Team Kick helped out Kacy Catanzaro all those weeks ago against Ronda Rousey. Both these women are terrific athletes. And look at this, Catanzaro, look at the strength, hoisting Nox over the top rope with a judo toss. Goes for the cover, Nox kicks out. So far, the U.S. title has been all about stability. Ronda Rousey defended it, I believe, 5 successful times after she beat Lita in the U.S. tournament finals. Tegan Nox drops Kacy Catanzaro on the unforgiving outside of the ring, and a basement drop kick to follow up from Catanzaro. Kacy, a proud former GAW Academy product. She was called up earlier this year after a very impressive Academy Showcase win over Alex Nolan, who you can see competing in our GAW Academy Storm Chaser series. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. It is a ton of fun, and it features several people that I think we will be seeing up here on the GAW main roster sooner rather than later. Hosted by Academy legend Yun-Son Park. Kacy Catanzaro now in trouble. Choke slam from Tegan Nox. They call her Lady Kane, with good reason. Nox tripped. Catanzaro one step ahead. Hanging neck breaker. Catanzaro really targeting that neck and upper body area of Tegan Nox, but nice head scissor from Nox. This match has gone to a totally different pace here. Kacy Catanzaro climbs to her feet using the ropes for assistance. Nox went for the lariat, missed it, but hit it with the strike. You can expect Tegan Nox to dip into her power advantage here, going for the knee strike. Catanzaro out of the way. Tegan Nox has a size advantage, if nothing else. And now she's going for a little bit of that strength. Drops Kacy Catanzaro from the choke slam position. And Catanzaro now, crucifix driver, has the arms hooked, and Nox kicks out. Catanzaro going up top, springboard 450. Nobody home from Tegan Nox. It's amazing that Catanzaro is able to jump all the way up to that top rope. I mean, you see her when she's on the other side. The rope basically comes up to her eyes. But the athleticism from Catanzaro is always a joy to watch. Tegan Nox going for the boot to the gut. Catanzaro catches it wisely, and now into a single leg Boston Crab. Neither of these women known for submission holds, but submission holds can be useful for more than just getting the finish. Sometimes just winding down the energy of your opponent can be very useful, and in this case, targeting the knee of Tegan Nox that she would use for the Shiniest Wizard can certainly be of great use to Catanzaro. Now Catanzaro from up top with a big splash. Again, more and more damage to the upper body of Tegan Nox. Catanzaro maybe thinking about the springboard 450, thought better of it, but it gave Tegan Nox a little bit of time, and Nox might make her pay. Choke slam from Tegan Nox. Second of the match for Lady Kane. Nox into the body slam position. Catanzaro uses that quickness to get out of it. Catanzaro, once again, crucifix driver and a rope break. A little bit too close to the ropes there. Nox's feet were in between, but Catanzaro, look at this, up top, springboard 450, and again, Tegan Nox out of the way. Flattens her with that strike, but Catanzaro catches the boot once again. This is exactly what we'd expect of a match from two people who have been training together for many weeks that know each other very, very well. Catanzaro, a couple boots to the upper leg of Nox. And now Catanzaro with a standing corkscrew moonsault. It's how she beat Ronda Rousey. Leg is hooked, and Dakota Kai pulled the ref out. Dakota Kai pulled the referee out of the ring. She might want this a little more than even Tegan Nox. Catanzaro splashed, knees up. Catanzaro answers. Wow, a different story to this match now. Nox into the corner, nothing doing. Gamengiri from Catanzaro. Knox feeling the effects of that Gamangiri. What a big lariat to answer. This match has taken on a totally different tone after Dakota Kai pulled the referee out. Shiniest Wizard. Wow, I thought this was a respectful kind of match, but Dakota Kai may have just cost Kacy Catanzaro. Catanzaro kicks out. Shiniest Wizard couldn't quite get the job done. A kick out from Kacy Catanzaro, but Knox is gonna try again. Shiniest Wizard number 2. Has Dakota Kai cost Kacy Catanzaro? Tegan Knox is champion. Unbelievable. Tegan Knox is the new United States champion. Dakota Kai pulled the referee out of the ring as Kacy Catanzaro was about to win this match. As a result, Tegan Knox is your new U.S. champion. I can't believe it. What a shocking turn of events from Dakota Kai. Wow, folks, this is unbelievable what we have seen. We've still got 2 matches to go for tonight, so I'm going to try to put this aside, what we saw with Tegan Knox and Kacy Catanzaro, but for all the talk about how much respect there was between those 3 women, Dakota Kai, she put a spanner in those works, to say the least. But we have to move on. It's our final GAW Classic match of the night, and it features Buddy Murphy taking on Kofi Kingston. This is going to be an interesting match for no other reason than just seeing these 2 guys in the ring is going to be an absolute treat given their incredible work rate. And of course, the Kofi Kingston pop. We've gotten very used to it here in GAW, trying to will on Kofi Kingston to victory. Kingston now 0-2. 1-1. Kingston is 1-1 coming into this final match for both of these men. So Kingston, both of these men actually still have a chance depending on what happens with Matt Hardy later on. So certainly Kofi Kingston is very much in play, and the fans are very serious about trying to will him there. 10-minute time limit in this match, as I said, is a big opportunity for both men. Both men sit at 1-1. Both men have a loss to Matt Hardy. Both men have a win over Edward Jack. Kingston trying to go into the corner, Buddy Murphy out of the way. Murphy answers with a big drop kick. So to go 2-1 would certainly there would be some questions asked if someone were to tie Matt Hardy right now. I should say, if there is a tiebreaker at the end of the group stage, we do not go to head-to-head record. We actually just have a match between the 2 men tied. So if the winner here obviously will advance to 2-1. If Matt Hardy is to lose against Edward Jack, then we would actually see a sudden death deciding match to win the group. So there is a lot to play for here. Of course, neither of these men in control because they have to hope for a Matt Hardy loss to the 0-2 Edward Jack, but it's still possible. Nice Hurricane Rana from Kofi Kingston. All of that is to say there's a lot to play for, and that's exactly why we love the GAW Classic. Every match means something. It means that 2-0 Matt Hardy against 0-2 Edward Jack is a very, very meaningful match, to be sure. And that match is coming up next episode. Kingston, elbow drop from the top. Kingston going for the first cover of the match off that top rope maneuver. Buddy Murphy kicks out. Yep, we can confirm Matt Hardy versus Edward Jack will open up next episode. High angle German suplex by Buddy Murphy. Murphy looking for the arm of Kingston. Couple shots to the arm, but that's not going to get the job done against the former Intercontinental Champion. Both these men have held gold in GAW. Neither have held World Championship gold. Kingston, boom drop. A standing boom drop from Kofi Kingston, no less. Cover, leg hooked. Buddy Murphy kicks out. I'm a little surprised Kingston was so sure that one was going to get the job done. He looked distressed after the kick out, but he's going to continue on the offensive. Keeps Murphy down, and now Trouble in Paradise lined up and hit. Trouble in Paradise from Kofi Kingston. Cover, and he rolled Murphy over into the ropes. A rare mistake from the veteran Kofi Kingston. But he's not going to take it lying down. Nice big lariat off of the combination. Murphy lucky to be in this match. A rare mental mistake from Kofi Kingston. Kingston has really been in control most of the time here. And Kingston now using a little bit of strength with a big gut buster. Kick misses, and Murphy boot to the gut. Murphy now pump handle in. Murphy's Law. Buddy Murphy has turned things around. Has he won the match? No! Kofi Kingston kicks out. Remember, Buddy Murphy needed 3 Murphy's Laws to beat Edward Jack. But Murphy now going to come back with a couple power moves of his own. Ducks and a thrust kick. Murphy is certainly capable of pushing the pace of a match. These are two guys, either one of them could have gone cruiserweight or intercontinental in terms of their title challenging. Buddy Murphy decided to enter the cruiserweight division. Kofi Kingston has gone intercontinental. Kingston now, Trouble in Paradise lined up, Murphy out of the way. And a big running knee strike from Murphy. Both of these men come in at very, very close to the cruiserweight limit in GAW. 215 is the limit. Murphy drops Kingston with that reverse DDT. Murphy's put on a little bit of muscle since the retirement of the Cruiserweight Championship, courtesy of Will Ospreay. Single leg crab now from Kofi Kingston. Long time now, Kingston has held this submission hold, but Murphy is able to power out of it. Kingston rolls out of the ring. A draw here would seal the deal for Matt Hardy. Murphy, big mistake. Thrown off the middle rope by Kingston with that German suplex. Talk about a mental mistake. Trouble in Paradise. Murphy got a little bit too overconfident with that. Trouble in Paradise. And Murphy kicks out. 2 big kickouts from both men. I think Kingston for sure thought he had the match won. Murphy offs the ropes. Look at this, ducks it. Nice combination of kicks from Buddy Murphy. Now you gotta feel it's anyone's match right now. Trouble in Paradise. Kofi Kingston rocks Buddy Murphy with a Trouble in Paradise. Shoots the half, and Kingston wins. Kofi Kingston lost his opening match and has won his final 2 and has now put himself in a position that with a little help, he could be fighting to win Group A. A big kick out of Murphy's Law from Kofi Kingston. A 2.5 count from the ref. And he needed two trouble in paradises to put away Buddy Murphy. Well, really three if you count his mental mistake on the first one that caused a rope break. But it's just a testament to the mental toughness of Kofi Kingston to stay in this match. Murphy showed all of his athleticism, all of his strength, but Kofi Kingston comes out on top. Kingston finishes at 2-1. And with a little help, he could be fighting in a sudden death match to win this group. We'll see next episode when Matt Hardy takes on Edward Jack. For now, let's get to our main event. The world champion Pac is in action.
We are Alpha.
Well, after the absolute insanity we've seen so far, I can't imagine that's going to change here. Hangman Adam Page enters the ring. Hangman Page is the man who put Kenny Omega in the hospital with an absolutely brutal attack many weeks ago. Turned on his friend Kenny Omega, joined Alpha. And now Hangman will take on his Alpha teammate in the main event. Alpha's world champion Pac coming out alone tonight, seemingly. Pac won that world championship after cashing in his challenger briefcase on Aleister Black a few episodes ago, the first Wednesday Night Storm after Winterfest, when Aleister Black turned his back on Alpha. Pac used the challenger briefcase that he won back at Cyclone to capture the world championship. We saw him defend it with major help from his Alpha teammates. And he defeated Kazuchika Okada at Storm Tokyo. Okada, by the way, has just been discharged from the hospital. He underwent an operation for a cracked vertebra, which he sustained after Pac suplexed him onto a chair that Hunter had thrown into the ring. So that is the depravity that Alpha comes in with. But no one is accompanying Pac tonight as he takes on Hangman Page in non-title action. You can hear almost eerie silence from the crowd tonight. There is an intense hatred for both of these men, I truly believe, from the fans' perspective, given what Hangman did to Kenny Omega, and of course given what Pac has done. 10-minute time limit in this non-title affair. Hangman lifts Pac up and a buckle bomb to start off the night for Hangman Page. Both men wearing these masks. Basement dropkick jumped by Page. Both men wearing these masks. What we've discovered is a trademark from wrestlers who have turned their back on all decency and have turned to Alpha. And what we've gotten so far is a pretty plotting affair from both of these men. At this point, it's terrible to say, but it really doesn't matter who wins this match at this point. Either way, the world championship remains with Alpha. I mean, you always have, you know, the option of Aleister Black, you know, what he did, turning his back on Alpha willingly, but neither of these men really demonstrated the moral capacity to do something like that, like Aleister Black did before he made that monumental decision back at Winterfest. It's tough to say what we're going to see really from this match, if it really is going to be a competitive affair or if both these men are just going in there to collect a paycheck. I mean, again, you hate to say it, especially when it concerns your world champion. And look, I don't mean to disparage our world champion here in GAW. The reality is even though Alpha helped Pac to get into the Challenger Briefcase ladder match back at Cyclone, the reality is Pac still had to win that match, which he did, with no interference from Alpha at all. So Pac is a deserving world champion. I'm not trying to cast aspersions on Pac's claim to being the world champion. He does deserve it. I'm merely pointing out that what Alpha has done to the world championship itself when it comes to what we've seen, the tactics that Alpha has used to retain this championship, to win this championship, cannot go overlooked and can't be forgiven. That's all I'm saying. So Pac is a deserving world champion in that he deservingly won the Challenger Briefcase ladder match, but I still don't approve of what Alpha has turned this company into. Pac gets dropped with a massive Uranage out of the corner by Hangman. Both of these men, I mean, I will say, you know, I floated the idea that maybe these men are just trying to get the paycheck or whatever the case may be. It certainly seems like these men are at least trying. I mean, you can see Pac's forehead has been opened up a little bit right above that mask. Pac now going up top. This is a high-risk maneuver here from the world champion. Pac with a superplex to Hangman Page. So we're not seeing an absolute snooze fest of a match in this context, which I can certainly be thankful for. Pac now wrenches Hangman back into the brutalizer, but Hangman Page immediately reverses it, turns Pac onto his back, and Pac is forced to break. Pac now has him up and drops him with a face buster. Kind of an inverted Falcon arrow almost. So the match has at least been entertaining, if nothing else. Hangman could have Pac in trouble now, up on his shoulders. But Pac able to get out of it and goes for the chop block straight to the knees. Pac's been in control for most of this match. It just goes to show you Pac is a deserving world champion. Hangman not really on this level. I think he was put in this match due to his Alpha connections. That certainly seems to be the case. I think Alpha was a little concerned given what we saw against Kazuchika Okada. Pac slides underneath and a Hurricane Rana. Okada came very, very, very close to winning the World Championship in Tokyo. The Rainmaker that he hit on Pac, if it hadn't been for the timely distraction of Hunter, would have ended the match. There's no doubt about it. So I think Alpha felt nervous about it, and now he's in a situation where no matter who wins, Alpha still controls the World Championship. Pac hung up in a tree of woe, and Pac drives the boot into his chest. Certainly not a sense of urgency from either man going forward in this match. Pac turns Hangman over and Pac into the brutalizer, and again Hangman able to roll him onto his back and Pac forced to break. The referee was about to count the pinfall. Out of the corner, Pac with another Hurricane Rana. Lots of damage done to the back of Hangman Page. Stomp evaded by Pac, but Page was there trying to drag him into the corner now. 3 minutes left in this match. This is non-title, of course, but it would be a bit of a drag if we see things end on a draw, especially considering what we saw earlier on between the Young Bucks and War Machine. Weird time in this match to break out a top wrist lock here from Pac, but again, I told you, I mean, not a lot of urgency from either of these men. The phrase that comes to mind, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And that seems to be the mentality of Alpha. While Hangman, I'm sure, would like to be world champion, there's no doubt that as long as he's a part of Alpha and Alpha controls the world championship, Hangman feels like there's a big advantage for him. Pac now going for an arm submission here, wrenching back on the right arm of Hangman Page while he has the left arm trapped underneath. Painful, to say the least. Dangerous? I don't think so. Pac breaks the submission. We're getting dangerously close to the point where I fear we might have a draw. Hangman launches Pac into the corner. And for not hitting a lot of offense onto the world champ, Hangman certainly celebrating like he is. Again, launching Pac into the corner. Under 90 seconds to go, and the world champion powders out. Hangman going up top. He's going for the senton. I mean, I said not a lot of urgency, but both men have gone for some risky maneuvers. You got to give them that. Elbow to the face of Pac, straight to that mask. And the eye patch, for some reason, the Hangman is wearing. German suplex. We're under a minute to go in this match, and I think we have to resign ourselves to the idea that we're going to have a draw in our main event. So disappointing, especially considering that we've seen one of the more shocking title changes when Tegan Nox beat Kacy Catanzaro. Tope Suicida from Hangman Page. But let's not forget Tegan Nox, with the help of Dakota Kai, beating Kacy Catanzaro by pulling the referee out of the ring during a count. Pac goes for the springboard. Hangman ducks it. We got under 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. Folks, I think we're going to have a draw to end things here, and that means that we are at a complete stalemate when it comes to the World Championship. I don't know what's going to happen going forward. We've got 2 episodes left until Tidal Wave, and we don't know who the World Championship challenger will be. You're going to have to stay tuned as we hopefully figure out what the story is here and what the story is with Team Kick and Kacy Catanzaro. The GAW Classic continues next episode. We hope you subscribe so you can see it. We appreciate you.